Welcome everyone to Black Friday Record Store Day 2022 preview. Thanks for joining me. Um, I apologize for the poor lighting. I'm filming this at night. Usually do these things in the morning, so I don't have the benefit of lovely sunlight to help make this look better. So take it as it is. Um, you got to squeeze these times in when you can. And boy, time is of the essence right now as we prepare for this next event coming up this Friday here. So 8 o'clock in the morning is when our doors open, and usually there's some kind of line out there. I can't predict how long or how much it will be. It always is different. So yeah, so prepare accordingly depending on what you're looking for. So this is a preview of stuff. I'm not going to be opening records. I have a personal thing about that. I don't think it's a good image to project that if I start opening records, then that takes away the possibility of you guys getting a record. And my job is sort of to facilitate that to you. That's not being said that I don't buy Record Store Day records at all, but I don't know. I just don't want to project that image on camera, so you won't see me doing that. And you won't see me doing it before the day either. So anyway, I like being surprised just like everybody else as to what is exactly inside these records. Okay, so I'm going to start here with a couple of box setty things because these things are huge and I'd kind of like to get them out of my zone here. So the first thing is the Fleetwood Mac Alternates box set. This is kind of massive. So Fleetwood Mac, this is the alternate collection. It's basically Rumors, Tusk, Live, Mirage, and Tango in the Night. And these are fan favorite alternate albums on 8 LPs. This isn't cheap, by the way, but you get 8 albums. And basically, it's a lot of like demos, live, early versions, alternate versions. So if you're bored of listening to Fleetwood Mac always the same way, this is a really cool thing. You might wanna check that out, see what it's about online, and then be prepared to invest. Okay, next item up for bids. Grateful Dead. This is Wembley Empire Pool, London, England, April 7th, 72. See the track listing there. I should have done that for the Fleetwood Mac. Although these things are all online, I think. So it's a limited edition of 10,000, a 5 LP set. And yeah, this is called The Other One. So it's another stop on that European tour from 72. Famous tour. All right. And another big box here. Jerry Garcia Band. Pure Jerry. I love this cover. It's great. Hampton Coliseum, November 9th, 1991. Pretty colorful there. Even the package is pretty nicely put together. There's a track listing. So this is 2 sets, and then he does What a Wonderful World at the end. I don't know. I think this era of Jerry is kind of like somehow nostalgic because he was sort of kind of on an ascendant again, and then tragedy sort of strikes. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do about it? All right, another box set. Eric Burdon and War. This is their complete vinyl collection. Some of these records have been obviously, they've been out in the public before, but these are nice remastered edition on colored vinyl. I think they're remastered. Doesn't say. But it's definitely colored vinyl, limited edition of 5,500. Includes the albums War, Black Man's Burden, and Love Is All Around. You can see the track listing there. Last song is Paint It Black. So, yeah. Eric Burden and War, not the Animals. And then another box set, Todd Rundgren, Something Anything. This will mean a lot to fans in this area because he's originally from around here. This is the 50th anniversary edition. 4 LPs on ruby, grape, cobalt, and light blue vinyl. Remastered from the original tapes at 45 RPM by Chris Bellman, highly regarded. Features new liner notes by Paul Myers. Includes the hits Hello, It's Me, I Saw the Light, and Couldn't I Just Tell You. So, very nice. Spruce up your old 2 LP edition, right? Make 4 at 45. All right, this had been promised many, many times, and finally we get The Watchmen, music from The Watchmen, the score by Tyler Bates. This features My Chemical Romance, Leonard Cohen, Nat King Cole, Jimi Hendrix, and more. It's on color vinyl, I think. Smiley Face yellow vinyl and Dr. Manhattan blue vinyl. Pretty cool. Guess it's sort of upside down. I don't know. You got it. All right. Pardon me while I lean. There's so many things here. This is going to be really skipping around. Unto Others. And this is called Strength 2 Deep Cuts. All right. I'm not going to show everything because the list is far too long, but I'll show quite a bit of it. Black Label Society, Scullage. There's track list there. Zakk Wylde. This is limited edition 180 gram translucent emerald green vinyl. Jungle. The band Jungle, UK. Their version of Good Times. I think that must be a cover, and Problems. Yeah, 12-inch single. I don't think it says anything about color on that. So, Hot Tuna, Yellow Fever. I don't know if they could get away with putting out an album cover like this now, but I mean, it is yellow in general, but I think there's other things at work here. So anyway, I believe this is colored vinyl too, but it doesn't say on the outside. It's Friday music. They don't usually tell you anything. I can't believe as much complaining as people have done about that they haven't even managed to put stickers on those things. Dee Snider and Lizzie Hale doing The Magic of Christmas Day. So if you like Hailstorm or Twisted Sister, hear these two screaming together. No. Actually, one is the album version and one is an instrumental. So anyway, it's a 12-inch sort of single and red vinyl. See, I'm going to kind of zip here a little bit. Heartbreakers. This is the LAMF demo sessions. These have done very well. The other things have come out. If you're a Johnny Thunders fan, it's got Born to Lose, and then Born to Lose. So that kind of must have changed at some point. But anyway, recorded 76, 77, 4 studio sessions, and includes a 12-inch poster with a 2005 interview on limited edition magenta vinyl. Magenta! Well, okay. Been seeing that Shaq commercial a lot. Brian Ferry's Taxi. I love this album. I'm glad that it's out on vinyl. It's one that I needed. Limited edition yellow vinyl. It's a covers album from the 90s. It includes his versions of I Put a Spell on You, Girl of My Best Friend and Will You Love Me Tomorrow, which his version of Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow is beautiful. It does a gorgeous job. Also, All Tomorrow's Parties is on that. Roxy Music just had a big reunion tour. Joe Strummer on Dark Horse Records, Live at Music Millennium. And this is recorded in November of 99. Never before released rare acoustic in-store performance. So these are songs that he was doing with the Mescaleros. Junko Partner, X-Ray Style, Island Hopping, Road to Rock and Roll, and Trash City. That's pretty cool. Arguably, I think that's more interesting than the picture disc that came out last time they put something out. Flying Burrito Brothers, Live at the Bottom Line, New York, 1976. See the track listing there. Yeah, this is Hot Burrito Stomp, Hot Burrito number 2, Quiet Man. There's nothing, again, on the cover to say what has been done special to the vinyl, but you guys know most of the time, most of these things are color vinyl unless they say otherwise. So the Monkees, more of the Monkees. Again, this is Friday Music, did this one. Licensed from Rhino, I believe. I think this is a colored vinyl. I think I heard it was green. But again, Friday Music's not going to tell you. But yeah, this is a mono version. So, which is nice to have mono remasters of those things. All right. Dark Horse Records, the best of 1974 to 77. Ironically, it does not include any George Harrison songs. There's a couple Ravi Shankars, Splinter, Attitudes, Stair Steps, Kenny Burke, Henry McCullough, and Jiva. I don't know how to say that one. I'm sorry. I will apologize for it. At least I won't pretend that I know how to say it. I've seen so many videos on YouTube where people are like opening boxes and stuff, looking at stuff, and most of the time they do an okay job, but sometimes they hit on things that it's like, it's obvious that they don't know what it is. So don't pretend that you don't know, just say, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Jonathan Richman, Jonathan Sings. This is limited pressing on color vinyl. And there's the track listing. Jonathan Richman's kind of been having a little bit of a resurgence, and they've been going through his whole catalog, Omnivore, and putting out a lot of stuff. This, I think, is going to be pretty popular and sought after in this area. The Dead Milkmen, Metaphysical Graffiti. I always love this artwork. So this is a exclusive limited edition for Black Friday. The first pressing since its 1990 original release. It also includes the Earl's bonus 7-inch, the Methodist coloring book, Dan Drew's Everything I Needed to Know I Learned from Mesical Graffiti, and a QR download code for MP3 and Wavelink. 100% label profits go to charity. Pretty cool. Has the track I Tripped Over the Ottoman and In Praise of Sha Na Na. Anderson Walkman, Buttholes, and How. Oh my god. I forgot how funny they were. Okay. Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band live at the Greek Theater 2019. Yellow double vinyl. Lots of Ringo there. If you can see that with the glare. Last song, Help from My Friends. Well, that's not surprising. You're 16, Yellow Submarine, Black Magic Woman. Yeah. Africa. Does he have members of Toto in his band? Must. All right. Let's see. Next group, Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Return of the Dream Canteen. I know I'd screw that up. This is pretty cool. It's got a foilish type cover, and it's on pink vinyl, limited edition pink. Uh, I play this album a lot in the store. It's actually really good. I'm not saying that like it's a surprise. I mean, I did like their last record too, the one out earlier this year, but this one, uh, I don't know. Maybe Anthony Kiedis makes me feel warm inside. Maybe it's Flea. I don't know. It's probably John Frusciante. I love his guitar work. I'm so glad he's back. Thelonious Monk, the classic quartet. This is one that you don't see very often. A lot of words. There's some tracks there. Epistrophe, Baloo Bolivar, Baloo's Are Evidence, Just a Gigolo, and Blue Monk. Pretty cool. That's on blue vinyl, and Bernie Grundman did the remastering job on that. So, Etta James. Etta is better than ever. And this is on Chess, or it was originally licensed to Elemental Records. This has her version of Randy Newman's Leave Your Hat On, and finishes with the track Ain't No Pity in the Naked City. I hear this is, I have not heard this. This is much more bluesy, I think, or rockin' than something like At Last. It was released in 1976. This is on 140 gram high quality virgin vinyl. So, doesn't say anything about color. Sorry to say. So if it doesn't, I don't know. Janis Joplin and Jorma Kaukonen. I think that's how you say that. Never quite been sure. The Legendary Typewriter Tape. This is from 1964. Really early. Two music legends. Newly restored early recordings. Jorma has the liner notes. There's the tracks. So I assume these are sort of like demo type. Omnivore did this too. That label does really good work. I'm just saying. Well, you got to have some obligatory picture discs. Ghost, Impera. Looks pretty cool. This album has been extremely popular this year. Conquered metal and pop charts. Yeah. I think most people who know this album know the track listing, so I don't need to spend too much time on that. Sriracha and Medio. My Spanish is not so good. German, another story. Sunday's Church, Happy Sad, Rose for a Lady. This album was made and mixed in a compatible stereo quadraphonic format and will provide exceptional sound. This is a Verve Recordings reissue. So jazz. Warms my heart. David Bowie and Bing Crosby, Little Drummer Boy. This is Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy. 45 RPM in honor of their legendary duet on limited edition candy cane vinyl. It's just got the 2 tracks, but it's reasonably priced. I think that's a good Christmas gift for stocking stuffer. Jazz Dispensary, Haunted High. I always love their cover art. It's just really great. And these are a collection of old jazz tracks. This is as a surreal soundtrack for exploration into the furthest depths of outer space and one's mind. Features moonshots by Flora Purim, Mongo Santa Maria, Barbara Lewis, and more. Pressed on pink splatter vinyl. I see it has Cannonball Adderley Quintet, Woody Herman, McCoy Tyner. Yeah. Very cool. That's a whole series, and people are really like, they come back for those things. The Supremes, Where Did Our Love Go? And some of you might say, you can find this record in any bin for cheap. You can, but you can't find a good sounding one. They are all played so much, and they're in such bad shape usually. And I don't know, but I feel like the original vinyl, Motown, particularly in the 60s, I don't know what was being used to press the vinyl, but it always looks real filmy, like it's oxidized or something over time. I'm not really sure. So hopefully this is like a nice good reissue of this. The second official American LP reissue and the first in 40 years. This has Where Did Our Love Go, Baby Love, Ask Any Girl, and Come See About Me. So it's a classic. I could say they were the Destiny's Child of their era, but I think Destiny's Child were the Supremes of their era, such as En Vogue was the Supremes of their era. So Martha and the Vandellas, Dance Party. It's another cool one. Dancing in the Street, Dancing Slow, Nowhere to Run, The Jerk, Hitchhike. Great record. All right. And continuing with Motown theme, Smokey Robinson's Going to a Go-Go. Sorry, Miracles. I meant to say you too. Yeah. And this one is, was the only Miracles studio LP to climb into the top 10 of Billboard 200 albums, where it remained for 40 weeks, peaking at number 8. It also peaked at number 1 on Billboard's R&B albums chart, and has tracks of My Tears, My Girl Is Gone, Ooh Baby Baby. Popular album. Cool stuff, people. All right. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Cheek to Cheek. What more can you say about this except heartwarming, right? Let's see. The Grammy Award-winning album and taped live at Jazz at Lincoln Center's Frederick P. Rose Hall, New York. 180 gram vinyl. Yeah, they were really like, well, they were on fire here, I think. So Lady Gaga can do anything, and Tony Bennett, amazing voice, especially at that age. I don't know of too many other people that really sounded that good up until the point where he sort of stopped singing. Madonna, how did that come after Lady Gaga? Everybody, I didn't plan this. 40th anniversary limited collector's edition, pressed on black vinyl. It actually has a 6-minute version of Everybody, so like the club mix, and then a 9.5-minute dub version. So I guess we're getting Madonna's career in 12-inch singles now. They're starting. Cool. Captain Beefheart, Clear Spot. This is probably an acquired taste for some people. 2 LPs on clear vinyl, 50th anniversary limited edition, original 1972 album recut from the master tapes, plus previously unreleased rare outtakes and instrumentals from the Clear Spot sessions. I think I showed that, but there's record 2. Okay, moving right along. Soul Coughing, Lust in Phase. This is like a best of Soul Coughing. Soul Coughing is very hard to find on vinyl, so this yellow vinyl is probably like a good thing to get, and it's very cheap. I almost wonder if it was a mistake. But this does feature Super Bon Bon, which I think a lot of people know that song. There's actually a couple of versions of it. And yeah, Bus to Beelzebub. So nice. America. This is live at Goodbye Summer 71. So this is very early America. It doesn't have like Horse with No Name and stuff like that, because they haven't gotten to that point yet. But if you're into America and you ever wanted to hear like the super early stuff, it says previously unreleased songs, sleeve notes, and a bonus CD. It's an official release. Yeah, songs Riverside, Sandman, Sea of Destiny, Three Roses. I mean, I suppose if you were on the ground floor with America and you really liked them, you might know those songs, but they never made it to official albums. Mingus. Mingus, also on the Candid label. Also mixed by or mastered by Bernie Grundman. 180 gram vinyl. You can see right there what's on the back. Features the track MDM. And then side 2B, Stormy Weather and Lock 'em Up. And what can be said about this except his band included Eric Dolphy and Booker Ervin at this point. So, I mean, Mingus. Monster in the jazz world. Oh, Kitty, Oracle. This is the album Oracle. First time on vinyl, clear red edition. So Kitty keeps getting some attention. RZA as Bobby Digital. This is Digi Snacks. And available for the first time on vinyl. The definitive and most focused album in the Bobby Digital trilogy, says RZA. Well, who would know better than the guy who created it, right? Let's see. Motorhead. Live in Malmo. That's, Sweden, I believe? Or is it Norway? Anyway, I think it's Sweden. Limited edition, previously unreleased live album on double green vinyl from the We Are Motorhead tour 2000. So kind of late. Yeah. Track list. Let's see. Tower of Power. This is the 40th anniversary. Fillmore Auditorium, San Francisco. Features What Is Hip, Soul with a capital S, We Came to Play, and You've Got to Funkifies, and more. Limited edition translucent orange vinyl. All right, Ringo the Fourth. Ooh, I know people have been waiting for this. I'm just kidding. It's no Ringo shade. But I know that some people are sort of like, I don't know if that's a really good album. Well, it was produced by Arif Mardin, the man who gave us the Norah Jones debut album, plus some of the best productions of the 80s and earlier. I should say earlier because he's been around was around for a while. He's since left us. But anyway, Ringo the Fourth. From one legend to another, Brian Wilson. This is Long Promised Road. This is a motion picture soundtrack on blue and white surf color vinyl. And the first track features Brian Wilson and Jim James. So get a little bit of My Morning Jacket action in there. Here's the track list. Should have shown that. Oh, let's see. Oh, these guys. The Knife. Live at Terminal 5. Well, the cover sort of says what the music sounds like. Orchid Purple double vinyl. This is from, I believe, when they put out their last record. Must be like 7 years now. Karen is still going with Fever Ray. She's cool but scary. I don't know how else to put it. I'll just say it's an acquired taste. But I mean, I do own some Knife records, so don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of certain parts of them. Big Bill Brunsey. Big Bill Brunsey. So live in Amsterdam, 1953. Yeah. Blues fans will love this record because I'm sure it's impossible to find otherwise. It is on the Rock Beat label, which I am not familiar with. The Jesus Lizard shot. And yeah, this is what, 1995? There's a track list there. Hope it's not too hard to read. First ever LP reissue, Fire Orange and Black Streaks. Includes liner notes, inner sleeve with lyrics. Sorry, limited to 2,500 copies. Jefferson Airplane live at the Monterey Pop Festival. This is Jefferson Airplane's historic 1967 performance, remastered from the original analog tape and pressed on Blue Smoke vinyl. If you're an Airplane fan, let's see. Well, Jerry Garcia does their introduction. Let's see. Well, White Rabbit's on here, Somebody to Love. They end with The Ballad of You and Me and Pooneal. Okay. Oh, I'm not done. You guys, I'm just getting warmed up. Don't think that we're anywhere close. Nowhere close. This might be the longest video ever. Whoop. All right. Pete Rock, Return of the SP 1200 Volume 2. This is pressed on red vinyl. Yeah. Track list. Try to read that. Okay. EPMD, We Mean Business. EPMD's classic reunion album, released for the first time on red and black splatter vinyl, limited edition 2000, features appearances by Redman, Method Man, Raekwon, KRS-One, Havoc from Mobb Deep, Keith Murray, Teddy Riley, and more. Wow. Track list. See, I had to pick these up, and then I'm like, oh, I better step this up. This is taking a while. David Bowie, EP. This is from the Next Day album era. Album outtakes and remixes. Features Love Is Lost, the Hello Steve Reich mix by James Murphy for DFA. First time this EP is on vinyl. And there's 7 tracks. And I know that remix is about 10 minutes long, almost, maybe more. So this is actually probably fairly substantial. Tony Visconti produced it. Yep, there you go. Foo Fighters as Dream Widow. This is the horror soundtrack to their film, which they came up with music for. I'm sure Taylor Hawkins plays all over this. So, yep. Not as big, probably, as the DGs, but, you know, you can only do that once or twice. Madlib Medicine Show, number 11. Low budget hi-fi music. It says, keep California green and golden. I believe this is on color vinyl. You can see the track listing. There's a lot of Madlib on this. Supreme Team, J-Rock, The Professionals, AG. Oh, Kid and Play, Too Hype. This is a classic. 1998. 1988. The first time on vinyl since 88. Limited edition color vinyl. Rolling with Kid and Play. Getting Funky, Soul Man, Too Hype. Produced by Herbie Lovebug. Everybody remembers him because he worked with Salt and Peppa. Excuse me. Jimi Hendrix, Burning Inside, or Burning Desire. Burning Inside. That's another song. Burning Desire. This is a translucent orange and red vinyl. Pressed at QRP. These are This is like some kind of a bootleg that has become official, and I think it's been out before. I don't know if it was out with this color, and that's the first time it's been out in a while. So if you missed it, now's your chance. Marshall Crenshaw, self-titled album. This album was great when it came out. It's still great. Features Someday, Someway. Great song. There's a lot of great songs on here. Very catchy. This comes with a bonus 7-song EP remastered by Greg Calby. That EP includes 5 previously unreleased tracks, B-sides, alternate takes, home demos, live recordings, and includes You're My Favorite Waste of Time. If you like sort of like poppy kind of rockabilly, like Stray Cats or gosh, who else would I kind of put him? I mean, it's very Elvis Costello looking here, obviously, but he's kind of in that Buddy Holly. I believe, didn't he play? He played Buddy Holly in a movie. So yeah, I'm gonna get crap for that, but Marshall Crenshaw, Fountains of Wayne. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to remember facts when you're in the middle of this kind of a video. Traffic and Weather. So R.I.P. Adam Schlesinger. This is the original, the first time it's been on LP, 2007. It's on orange with black streaked vinyl. That seems to be a theme. Limited to 4,000 copies. Ringo Starr. Another Ringo, Old Wave. This is a kind of cool record that came out apparently only really in Canada, I think. Includes bonus track for the first time on vinyl. That track is called As Far As We Can Go. There's a track listing. And it's on this cool kind of creamy brown swirly vinyl. Marbled. Yeah. 1983. Let's see. I don't know what else to say about that. Moving right along. Green Jelly. Music to Insult Your Intelligence by. Well, I think the cover sort of says it all. These guys are popular but sort of niche, I suppose. Yep. Gefilte Fish. So everyone knows them from the Little Pig, Let Me In song. But that's not on this one. Ultravox, Ragin' Eden. So this is a Steven Wilson remastered version of the album. And it's half-speed mastered. Includes a bonus instrumental version of the album. So this is Steven Wilson's mix, and because a couple of the songs, the tapes were missing, it basically comes out as like a different running order because they didn't want to like insert tapes that they didn't have. So interesting. It's different. I can't wait to hear it actually. Smash Mouth, Fushu Mang. This is their debut, I believe. Neon green pressing. Features Walking on the Sun. Huge 90s hit. I don't know, do they have any other hits from this album? Was The Fonz a hit? I don't really remember. Someone out there can tell me. I know it also has their version of Why Can't We Be Friends on here. But it seemed like their follow-up, Astro Lounge, was even bigger. Goldfinger, Hello Destiny. There you go. This is 15-year anniversary, all new bonus material, limited edition color vinyl. Let's see. Avcovision's Soul Covers. So this is soul covers of popular songs by Dylan the Supremes, Elvis Presley, Ray Charles, and more. So Donnie Elbert doing I Can't Help Myself. Della Reese doing Compared to What. The Soft Tones doing Can't Help Falling in Love. Stylistics doing Georgia on My Mind. Chambers Brothers doing Reflections. Oh, you probably want to look at the track list there. At least some people might. All right. What is this, going to be an hour or something? Jeez. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. I don't want to bore you either. Oh, gosh. Okay. And I don't want to knock things over because I don't want to damage the records, obviously. Snoop Dogg. This one is called... Oh, what is it called? Oh, Kool-Aid. This one, first time on vinyl, lime green with a download card. And this features a lot of guest people. Wiz Khalifa, Swizz Beatz, Wiz is on there twice. Jeremy, Too Short. Track list. All right. Larry Coryell. This one is called Coryell. And I guess I can show that cover. It's sort of weird. It's like a nude family. I don't know. Well, I think maybe this kind of makes sense when the first song is called Sex, and then Beautiful Woman follows. I mean, Larry's kind of like he's a jazzy spiritual guy from the 70s, right? This is actually on sort of what I would call flesh-colored vinyl, but they call it crystal clear rose color. Okay. The Godfather of Fusion. Oh, classic 1969. Out of print on vinyl until now. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen one in person, so now I have. Tommy Boy. Yeah, Tommy Boy, Baddest Beats. Naughty by Nature, Stetsasonic, Queen Latifah, Coolio, House of Pain, Digital Underground, Apache. I mean, look at the track listing. Party Starter. I mean, thankfully they even put Humpty Dance on here. Humpty Dance, OPP, Jump Around. I mean, Hip Hop Hooray, Gangsta's Paradise, R.I.P. Coolio. That rounds it out. So, yeah. Fun record. Augustus Pablo with Thriller. It's another jazz guy. What? No, I'm sorry. He's more of a reggae artist, actually. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, it's late. I'm tired. Marcus Garvey's the song that everybody sort of probably knows from this, but let's see. And Thriller, too. Well, I don't say everybody knows because not a lot of people probably don't. It's on ORG Music. Cool cover art if you like reggae. Jazz. I'm tired. Skip James. You guys, it takes so much effort just to check all this stuff in. Order it and check it in. Okay, the complete 1931 sessions. So, again, more cool blues. I mean, look at the track listing there. Transparent orange color vinyl, limited to 1,500 copies. Devil Got My Woman. If you haven't any hay, get on down the road. Drunken Spree, Hard Time Killin' Floor Blues. I mean, sounds amazing. If you're not a Skip James fan, it might be enough to make you one. Gun Club. This is live at the Hacienda 84. The Hacienda New Orders Club. Yep. Gun Club live there. I don't know what there is to say about this other than this is a cool looking record. That right there. And if you're not familiar with Gun Club, LA's greatest punk band is what the front here says. Never released on vinyl until now. Jeffrey Lee Pierce. Classic 1984. Oh, yes, this is called The Salvation Army, the debut album from the band that would become the 3 O'Clock. Limited edition orange vinyl, 1982 cover art. If you're not familiar with the 3 O'Clock, they're sort of like a kind of flower power-y type band from, I think they're from the Minneapolis area. They worked some with Prince ultimately, or at least at Paisley Park. But these were done before that. This is 1982. Yup Rock put this one out. Skipping around again, Willie Nelson, live at Budokan. A lot of these things are in the 80s. Gun Club 84, Salvation Army 82. This is 84 also. This is Willie Nelson and the Family captured live in Japan. 1984. Big track listing. Too hard to see there, especially when I'm waving it around. You kind of get the point. If you can't see it, look it up online. But it features Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Only Daddy, That'll Walk the Line, Always on My Mind, On the Road Again, My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys. Also has a little bit of like Blue Skies, All of Me, Stardust. He does a lot of Mona Lisa. I mean, he's sort of helped me make it through the night. This is an awesome sort of document of Willie at that time, singing to a bunch of Japanese people. Edgar Froese. This one is called Aqua, and it's this very cool purpley blue vinyl. Edgar being the leader of Tangerine Dream, an essential masterpiece. This 2005 pristine edition of his first solo album, originally released in 1974, includes a bonus track, Never Before, on vinyl. There you go. There's Edgar. R.I.P. So many great artists that we've lost. And, you know, it's like, I feel like doing this kind of thing, I'm kind of, it's like, there are more people that are dead than alive. You know, it's a history of so much. Well, here is one alive. Jorma Kaukonen again. Too Many Years. Never Before released on vinyl. And it's cool. It's like this blue and brown color. Near perfect album with great covers and originals. Okay. Electric and acoustic blues. I don't know what to say about it, except if you know Jorma, you'll probably... I'm preaching to the choir because so many people know about him already. Harry Chapin, Story of a Life, the complete hit singles. Speaking of someone who went too soon, Yellow Taxi vinyl pressing, limited to 2,000 copies. I think he died in a terrible car crash. This has Cats in the Cradle, obviously. Begins with Taxi, Sunday Morning Sunshine, Better Place to Be, Story of a Life. So, all right, we're getting close, people. Nico, live at the Library Theater. 1983, never before released on vinyl until now. Crystal Clear Yellow. Nico of Velvet Underground fame, and I believe John Cale is with her on this. Doesn't say. But the last track she does is her version of Bowie's Heroes, which I'm sure is a little bit like, we could be heroes. She gets a little like doomy at times. Femme Fatale's on here. All Tomorrow's Parties is on here. So maybe she was kind of perking up a little bit. I don't know. But she's one of the queens of goth. I mean, as far as like inventing, she's certainly one of the first that sounded like that. Tales from the Script, Greatest Hits. The band The Script, you can see that. It's a double record, limited green vinyl. Produced by JD and aka J Dilla Instrumentals. And this is pressed on one of 4 random colors. So, life's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get. Oh, I'm not done. I have one more pile to go. Billie Eilish. Some big stuff in this pile. Happier Than Ever. And this is a special limited edition rainbow foil stock. Also includes a limited edition poster and a litho poster. I think if you have this album, you already know what the track listing is. Plus, you can't read it. You could probably read it in person, but you're not going to be able to read it there. Spirited, movie featuring this movie, Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. It's not really a soundtrack. It's just a 2-track. That Christmas Morning Feelin' and Do a Little Good. Those are the songs. Oh yes, this is the one that was based on The Christmas Carol, Scrooge, and all that stuff. Old 97s. One More Ride, featuring the songs of Johnny Cash on color vinyl. You got 5 or 6 songs there. It's more of like a EP mini album, and it's not very expensive, which is good. Let's see. Getting close. Slaughterhouse. The debut album from the supergroup, available for the first time on vinyl. Joe Budden, Crooked Eye, Royce da 5'9", and Joel Ortiz. Or is it Joel? Not sure. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. Let's see. Oh, Bobby Digital in Digital Potions, another sort of RZA-inflected project. Limited edition 180 gram, 45 RPM. Oh, Waxwork soundtrack. This is really cool. It's like a die cut cover with this thing hollowed out. This is original soundtrack. Music from the cult horror favorite, available for the first time on vinyl, on colored vinyl, with liner notes from composer Roger Bellin. You can see that. Oh, this looks really interesting. Best of Corla Pandit, Genie of the Keys. This is on Craft Recordings. First anthology of his Fantasy Records output on blue opaque vinyl. Includes the theme from Corla Pandit's Adventures in Music magnetic theme, plus covers of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Polka Dots and Moonbeams, and Speak to Me of Love. That looks very unique. Let's see. Silverstein, Arrivals and Departures. And this is 180 gram opaque green marble vinyl. Silverstein. And I'm not showing everything, people. Towns Van Zandt, At My Window. Another Craft Recordings. 35th anniversary. Mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio. And this is pressed on Sky Blue vinyl. And R.I.P. Towns. This is a track list right there. All right. The Cowboys soundtrack. Music by John Williams. This is pressed on gold vinyl. All analog. First ever official LP release. Music conducted and composed by John Williams on Varese Sarabande through Warner Brothers. I'm trying to remember who all was in this. Is this a John Wayne movie? It's been so long. Some movie fan out there will say something about that. One more Motown that we sort of missed. Four Tops. And this is their second album. Features I Can't Help Myself, It's the Same Old Song, and Something About You. Another nice reissue. Motown needs them. Motown needs more respect. Spiritualized. This is actually, so I think this is like early stuff. Spaceman demo mixes. I'm Coming Home Again, Crazy, and Sad Days, Lonely Nights. See what that is like. And I don't know if this is on color vinyl or not. There's no sticker on it. It's hard to say. But I had some friends that were going to see Spiritualized this summer, and unfortunately he canceled the tour right as they were about to go in because he wasn't doing well. Jason Pierce. Jaco Pastorius. Jaco. Let's see. Truth, Liberty, and Soul. Live in New York, 1982. Complete NPR Jazz Archive recording. This is kind of a monster here. And it's not cheap. Let's see. I believe this is black vinyl. Kevin Gray did the remastering on this. Recorded at Avery Fisher Hall. 40 minutes of never aired broadcast. R.I.P. Jaco. His dad used to work at the pizza place right across the street from where one of my stores used to be a long time ago when I worked somewhere else. And he was the nicest man. And he'd come in and say, "Hey, you got any records of my son Jaco?" And he's the coolest guy. And I'd be like, "I'm so sorry about him." Anyway, what can you say? So Ahmad Jamal, there are a couple of releases for him at the Emerald City Nights, live at the Penthouse. This one is 1963-64. The other one's a little bit later, but you get the idea. These are also not really cheap, but remastered by Bernie Grunman from the original tape reels, transferred from those. Yeah. Looks like it'll be coming out on CD too, if you missed this. The Doors, Paris Blues. So this is much smaller. Last record store day, we got this huge Doors box set. And this time we get this sort of single record. But it actually includes Paris Blues, which is, I believe, the last song that they... Yeah, it's the last known unreleased Doors song. Also includes previously unreleased live recordings from May of '69. And yeah, Albert King joined the band on 3 of the live tracks from June 1970. It's on a numbered edition on blue vinyl. And there's a number right there. 13,813. So it's not like there's, hardly any of them, but that's a lot to number. Let's see. I know you're all waiting for this. I love these guys. Duran Duran, Hammersmith 82. This has never been on vinyl before. It's been on a DVD, I believe, but it's really cool to have a full live album as an artifact from this era of them. They put out As the Lights Go Down a few years ago. But this is more of an actual full concert. And it has, most of the big hits from that era. Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio, Nightboat, New Religion, Save a Prayer, Friends of Mine, Make Me Smile, that cover, and Girls on Film at the end. Skipped a couple there, but Planet Earth's in there. Okay, and last one I showed before. The Cure, Wish, picture disc. And I know Black Friday, I'll be in love, right? All right. Well, such is the travelogue. There are probably another 40 or 50 at least records, titles that I haven't shown here, but it's pushing up on an hour here. My voice is shot. You guys are tired of looking at me and looking at this image. So, hey, thanks so much for all of your support this year. And we really hope that Black Friday is positive because, I don't know, there's a lot of craziness going on. I say that all the time, but really, I don't know. When does it settle down? So, and I don't want it to settle down business-wise, obviously, because it's so important to keep, to be able to keep doing record store day things like this. We need your support. That's what people don't realize, is if you go off and you just start like shopping online all the time, we can't afford to bring the records in. And then, the store ceases to exist. and record store day becomes a thing of the past. So support your local independent record store. Even if it's not me and you're not close to me, you gotta do it if you want to do this at all. So, okay, so much for my soapbox. There's an hour. Peace, everyone. See ya Friday or virtually.